Hey folks, welcome to the Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car, another visual novel type game. This developer, I think it's Ren'Py if I'm not mistaken. I find myself playing a lot of that developer's games. I really enjoy these types of games. Hopefully you guys do as well. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, and we are going to just get started. Whose eyes will you see the road through? No. Gun it. I lay back against the passenger seat. It's weird, sitting on the side of the car. But my stomach's been feeling off for a while and I just can't drive. And so I've handed my car keys over to this stranger. I don't know him? What's the worst that can happen, right? I guess. I stare out the window watching the unchanging scenery whiz by. There's an awkward silence, but I don't feel like filling it. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to, press it. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just gonna hurl themselves at the moving car. Oh, so we're in a zombie apocalypse? Well, who knows, maybe they would. Fair enough. The slight breeze feels good against my neck. But this guy looks like he wants to say something. So, guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's... we're gonna go by my little nickname here. Des. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Des. Name's... Dustin's fine. Oops. Dustin. Okay. Both of us just kind of He looked dissatisfied. How was he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow he doesn't look very much like a Dustin. I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I'd think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decided to break the silence after all. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Oh. He looks surprised. I guess I hadn't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular. What does that mean? That was weird. He doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. I wonder what his job really was. Maybe he was a trash collector? He does look kind of dirty. I think we both look kind of dirty if we've been going at this for 3 days on a... What is this? Probably a zombie apocalypse end of the world scenario? Well, I shouldn't be rude. I'm not much of a catch myself. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Huh? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car. Or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that 3rd DUI, his license was revoked. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well anyway. Sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where. Guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. I'm feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's not like I'm on the outside looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Maybe the apocalypse is giving me more perspective. It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. I'm not exactly sure that's what he meant. Seemed a little dark, though. Well, it seems like it's getting night. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Yeah, take a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Still. Do you think there are any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though. I reached through the console and turned the radio in one direction. And there's nothing but static. Sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a sec. Go back down. What did he hear exactly? There couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the dial back the other way. Wait! There it is, I think. Oh. Yes. We need to cruise down the street to this. Is that mariachi? Oh my god. I love how I'm ecstatic and he's just like, what the hell? Poof, there he is. Oh my god, I could not believe. Out of all the music that could be playing, this is what we get? What am I thinking? Of course it is. Of course we're on a highway to hell in the dark and mariachi is the only music available to us. That is pretty ironic. The combination of Hispanic vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. The dulcet tones of this fabulous man are actually killing me. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? Of all the music that would be left? Man. It takes a minute to settle down, but then... Wait. Isn't this the same song again? It's probably on an endless loop. Because why wouldn't it be? Typical. Sure seems that way. Guess it's just Ghost on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think a zombie'd even look like? Even listen to, I'm sorry. Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie. Or maybe they're all into baby metal these days. Hey, I like Rob Zombie and baby metal, actually. I don't know. I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. Again! You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace. Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now anyway. Well, except for that. He gestures towards the console. 101.7 is now the Infinite Loop Mariachi radio station. So what are you into anyway? Music-wise? I really like Alanis Morris, top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore my musical taste or anything. Oh my god, that is going to be on a loop. Put down in the comments, what kind of music do you like, or who's your favorite artist? I have so many of them, and the first one that came up was My Chemical Romance, because I was actually listening to him today. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal. Hey, I'm trashing myself. Will you judge me if I say I actually haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. He doesn't have to know I unironically like baby metal. Oh, and I just said I do like baby metal, and I've admitted this now to the world. Or whoever's watching. What do you listen to, then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but... Well, you probably actually judge me more for this? Try me. But seriously? Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. I lose it. Everything is just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Dustin, but not that sorry. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I managed to get those words out. All this laughing's making my stomach hurt more. Damn it. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a little bit young for Alanis. I actually like Alanis Morissette too. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there's no right answer to that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. What kind of reaction is that? No, whoa, you look so young. Or anything like that? I wonder how old Dustin is anyway. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff? You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. He purposely reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him, too. Did you ever expect things to end up this way? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Pause. Immediately change. Let's just pause. I kind of don't want to change the subject, actually. Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sunset is so late in the summer. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the streetlights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. It sounds kind of morbid, but kind of fitting for the end of the world. It's silent again for a little while, but it doesn't last. So you never really told me what it is that you did. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but, well, What did you like to do? Or what did you before everything? Like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think on a life. Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for much other than that. I'd wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. She kinda does look like she's wearing a work shirt of some sort, like a work uniform top. And after leading such a boring life, I ended up here. I'm probably not even gonna go out with a bang. My death's gonna be just as dull as my life. I guess that's be most people's story. It's tough out there. Was tough. Probably tougher now. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You worked your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you wouldn't spend your time better, you know? That's pretty deep. Yeah, it's kind of weird how, you know, you're gonna be doing all of this and that's just like, oh, the end of the world's here. That's deep. That's actually how I feel about it too. I'm surprised that I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah. But I guess that doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all going to die anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. Suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad. Did he backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad mean in this context? Well, whatever. That sounds really cliche. Not really. It sort of suits you. To tell the truth, I hadn't really had much of a purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to just wish I could take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? I used to wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not. But I can't say whether that's really a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. My stomach starts to throb painfully. I look down and press my hand against it. Was I bitten? I felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did this all have to happen? Still feeling nauseous? Damn, shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. This might be causing even more trouble, though. Oh, yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... Anyway, I move my hand away from my stomach. Is she pregnant? It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. You think we should stop and rest? I glance at the fuel gauge on the dashboard, nervous. We barely have a fourth of a tank left as it is. Nah. Like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking would just waste gas. Onward it is then. Trying to ignore my pain, I keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life. And that's saying a lot, considering what I have to go through every month. I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? Why did we make it this far? And is it really such a good thing we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I start to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Dustin's voice. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life is worth, It's a dangerous train of thought, I'll tell you that. We're here, that's what matters. Despite all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and why of it just garnish on the salad. The salad of life. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we're really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple of months, I just kept working. Kept on like everything was fine. And then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad. How do I even begin to explain? Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want to, but your old man, what happened? My dad? I killed him. Whoa! That was out of left field. Did he turn or was he just sick? I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. Does it count as murder if you kill a zombie? So he turned, and then when he came home, or when you saw him? Maybe? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so is my dad. And so am I. And in the end, I wouldn't be doing much better. I won't be doing much better. My stomach's burning with pain now. And guilt. I stare out the window seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there. Though that hasn't changed since way before, I guess. Hey. I feel sudden warmth on the top of my hand. Hesitant at first, but then steady. Dust and hand envelops mine and I feel comforted. Safe. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. It was cheesy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get on with him, I bet it must be hard, losing someone that close to you. Wow, where do I even start? I really don't want to lie to him, honestly. Just be honest. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Dustin. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow. My mouth opens on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I felt relieved when he died. And then I felt awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. At the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy that feeling of freedom for long. It makes me feel like a monster to admit this to someone else. It really does. But that's the truth. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. He's right. I know that I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Well, not yet, anyway. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long time. Oof. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out there like this. Wouldn't it be kind of like a twist that the car has not been moving this whole time and this is just some sort of illusion between the two of them? I wonder if we'll ever know. Dustin, I can't go on like this, just keeping it to myself. Hey, Dustin? There's something I need to tell you. I touched my stomach lightly with the palm of my hand. The searing pain reminds me that I'm no longer entirely human. Huh? Oh, I gave my humanity up when I killed my dad. I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. I didn't even hesitate. I swung that baseball bat as hard as I could, and then he bit me in the stomach as a parting gift as he crumbled to the ground. Yeah. Hey, I said either she was bitten or she was pregnant. Even in death, Dad still found some way to screw me over. Hey, stop. It's okay. I always blamed Dad for Mom leaving us. He was selfish. He was an asshole. He was this, he was that. But just look at me. I put Dustin's life in danger. I've lied to him since the day we met. I'm my father's daughter. But just keep calm, alright? We don't even really know how this all works, so what, he knows? Maybe there's a way. I'm so sorry. Yep, he knows. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that has anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I looked down at my stomach. I may think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. I wish I was dead. Careful there. Remember that thing about wishes? Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining. Retail? Almost as bad as zombies. Worse, probably. Yeah, if any of you have worked in retail. If you've worked with people, general public, I would have to agree with this sentiment. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. We'll probably be on the road a little while. A while, huh? Well, a rest does sound nice. I always had to get up so early for work. I'm not used to being up this late. I'm starting to feel really sleepy. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? My mind flashes to the baseball bat still in my trunk. No, I won't think about that right now. Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there, at any rate. Yeah, maybe there's even a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. Maybe I've been running ever since Mom left. I've never looked back, just keep going. It was all I could do to keep from falling apart. Dustin and I, we've both done enough. We've both gotten farther than I ever thought possible. I notice that the fuel gauge light is on, but I just feel strangely at peace. I close my eyes, smiling as my conscience starts to drift. So, wherever this road goes, whatever lies at the end of it, we lived. The proof of that will remain no matter what. So for right now, let's just keep moving forward. That was definitely different. Alright, so that was the shadows that run alongside our car. That was... I always say this at most of these games. I mean, I do like these games. No idea why. I kind of like the little stories that are played out and just the conversations that are had between a lot of these characters, because these are pretty true to life conversations. You know, I have these type of conversations with my friends all the time, just about living and, you know, being strong enough to move forward, all those kind of things. I think a lot of these games kind of encapture those feelings, those very raw feelings that people have, and I appreciate them so much, you know, being able to look at them from like a outsider looking in. But yeah, so it makes me kind of wonder, while she's sleeping, is she gonna turn and either hurt Dustin, or do they make it? Kind of left me on a cliffhanger. I want to know more, but like I said, that's the shadows that run alongside our car. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm so glad that you hung around and got into the story with me. Like I said, I hope to read some interesting comments about some music that you guys are into. I listen to pretty much everything. If it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. I appreciate, you know, 80s and 90s music a lot, early 2000s. So let me know what you guys think. But if you're a returning sub to my channel and you've made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. It really does mean everything to me. If you are new to my channel and you've made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out. I really am so happy you're here. I hope you give my channel a chance. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you back here again. And until next time, guys, please take care of yourselves. Know I love you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.